Market Foundation is headed up by Kelly Shackleford. Please help me welcome from Free Market Foundation, Kelly Shackleford.
All right, I've got a question. We start out today. Are you taxed enough already? Yeah. Do you want more taxes? No. Yeah, I had a feeling. What I want to do, I figured maybe a good thing I got all you guys together, is to get your opinion on some things about what the government is doing. So let me start out. We have a $700 billion stimulus bill that passed when 2/3 of the country in polls said they did not want that stimulus bill. Do you favor that? No. That bill that passed, our congressmen weren't even given an opportunity and the time to read it. Do you favor that? No. The proposed Obama budget, the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, says that if that budget goes through, it will triple our national debt over the next 10 years to $17.3 trillion on the backs of our children and our grandchildren. Do you favor that? No. This budget I'm talking about is going to bring back death taxes that takes half of your assets and your income when you die, and that destroys family businesses. Are you in favor of that? No. I'm not either. What about the government, who's now firing private CEOs and taking over companies like GM? Are you in favor of that? No. What about yesterday, the president, in his economic speech, when he said there's one thing that economists all agree on, that in a recession, now normally presidents and people would say in a recession you don't raise taxes. But our president yesterday said, in a recession, the one thing you don't do is cut spending. Do you agree with that? I don't either. And so I think the important thing, you're going to have speakers come through here today, this has got to be the beginning. This is not about just today. We've got to follow up. There's got to be some action. And so one of the things I want to do for you today is I want to send you a list of all your Texas representatives, your federal representatives, your state representatives, your state board of education members, their addresses, their emails, their phone numbers, all of that. So do a favor, take out your cell phone if you've got a cell phone. And here's what I want you to do. Now, those of you who don't know how to text, look at your kid or your grandkid or ask somebody, okay? And we're not going to give your info to anybody. I don't do that, okay? But I'm going to send you a free resource guide. I've got a hard copy here, but it's going to give you all your reps so you can follow up from this day forward and contact them. All you have to do is text to the number 29222, 29222, and just text the word T, T-E-A. 29222, and put the word T, and we will automatically send you where you can get this 72-page book. Has all the reps, all their phone numbers, all their emails, because we have got to follow up. How many of you know that last Wednesday in our state Senate passed a new bill, SB 855, that is going to allow, if it passes, all kinds of new taxes in your local communities. Now, again, you in favor of that? Then we've got to do something about it, okay? But we've got to know and we've got to contact our representatives. Now, I feel very confident that the governor will veto that bill. I hope he will. When I'm with him tonight in Fort Worth, I'm going to make sure and ask him, you are going to veto this if this passes, aren't you? Because we're not in favor of a bunch of new taxes. But it's going to depend upon you and me contacting our representatives. So, again, I encourage you, make sure you get that, and feel free, you can send that to your friends as well. If they will text us at 29222 and put T, we'll send them all that info so they can use it. The other thing I want to do and how I want to end really today is to tell you a true story. This is a story out of Bog Springs, Texas, right on the other side of Dallas. About 3 or 4 years ago, I was minding my own business, eating lunch, and I opened up my newspaper. And I saw something I have never seen before. A bunch of senior citizens holding picket signs. And I thought, oh my goodness, what in the world is going on? And as I looked, I realized these seniors had been told that they could not pray over their meals or sing gospel songs at their piano in the senior center, because the city council had said this is a government building, it's a city building, and you're not allowed to do that religious stuff in the government building. And so I went in and I plopped this newspaper down, and we had a young attorney fresh out of the military, and I said, look at this. And he said, I'm gone. I'll come back after I've talked to these people, but I'm on my way out the door. And he went down there and he met with those seniors. And they said, you know, we're the has-beens, we're the nobodies, we don't have any power in this town. These 4 people on the city council, they control everything. But we just had to speak up. Win or lose, we were going to make our stand. And he said, we never thought anybody to help us, much less lawyers for free. And that was the start. And we said, so this young attorney came back to my office and he said, all right, this city doesn't deserve to be warned. It deserves to be destroyed. So I say we launch a lawsuit on them right now. I said, no. We're going to do unto others as we'd have them do unto us. We're going to send them a letter. We're going to say, and we did. And we said, you know, you might want to read this thing, the Constitution. You might want to look at your law. And we gave them a chance to do the right thing and told them what the law was. Their response was that religion's not allowed in government buildings, and we're going to fight you. So we had a press conference, and we filed our lawsuit. We had all the seniors lined up behind us. And I did something I'm sure every media person would tell you never to do, but I just felt like it, so I turned around and I said, do any of you guys want to say anything? And from the corner, Barney Clark walked up. Barney had a cowboy hat, a bolo tie, a western suit, the only suit he owns, cowboy boots, and he walked up to the microphone and he said, I fought in World War II for these freedoms, and I ain't going into the corner to pray. He said, if they want to arrest me, that's fine, long as it says what I was arrested for praying. And he turned around and walked into the back of the room. And about an hour later, I got a call from Bill O'Reilly's producer saying, we want that guy in the hat. And that started Barney's whirlwind tour. And I went with Barney. We ended up testifying in the U.S. Senate. We ended up educating all kinds of people about their freedom. But the interesting thing about this case, and Fox News even came out to interview these seniors. They said, we want to talk to these people. And they came out there, and Marceline Green, she's about 82 years old. She's about 4'2", bent over with white hair. And she saw the cameraman. She said, come here. And this guy's following her, and I went, oh no, what is she going to do now? And she flipped open the trunk and pulled out a picket sign, and it said, don't mess with Grandma, she's mad. And so that was the start. We ended up winning that lawsuit. We won a permanent injunction that they can never interfere with those seniors when they pray over their meals in their senior center again. But they have a right to sing gospel songs on their piano if they want to. And they didn't know it, but we even won some money for them so they could have a celebration party in the senior center. But the really good news is the story after that. The people in this city saw what these so-called powerless people did. And they said, you know what? These 4 all-powerful people on the city council, maybe they're not so all-powerful. So they held a recall election, and they threw all 4 of those people out of office. And then a year later, I got a call from one of the seniors who was just elected as one of the new city council members. This is a true story, I kid you not. And the point of the story really is those seniors didn't think they had any power, but they did. And so do you. And so I just want to encourage you that today is not the end. Today is not the only event. Today is the beginning. Today is the beginning of you taking your communities, our country back, so that we represent the principles that this country was founded upon. And you let us know if we can help you in any way. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless the great state of Texas.